In the spotlight tonight is Peter Dutton from Bexhill-on-Sea, a musician, and his subject is the composer Herbert Howells. Anna Torpey from Wallasey, a full-time mother, and her subject, the television series The Sopranos. Damien Land from Manchester, a retired procurement manager, and his subject, Richard II. And David Wilson from Bridette, an artist and translator, and his chosen subject, the Chandos novels of Dawnford Yates. I'm John Humphreys and welcome to Mastermind. 4 contenders have been preparing for months for their black chair ordeal, and tonight they will be put to the test. They'll have 2 minutes on their chosen specialist subject and another 2 minutes on general knowledge. There's no money at stake, of course, but the winner will take a step closer to winning this glass bowl and, much more importantly, becoming the nation's mastermind. So let's have our first contender, please. And your name is?
Peter Dutton.
Your occupation?
Musician.
And your specialist subject?
The life and music of Herbert Howells.
Herbert Howells in 2 minutes, starting now. Herbert Howells was born in which Gloucestershire town in the Forest of Dean in 1892?
Lydney.
Correct. At the age of 13, he studied with which organist and choirmaster at Gloucester Cathedral?
Herbert Brewer.
Yes. According to Howells' own account, what was the original title of the anthems for choir and organ, which he began on the 5th of January 1941?
Anthems in Time of War.
Yes. Which trust awarded him a prize for one of his early piano quartets and secured a teaching appointment for him at the Royal College of Music during his long convalescence from illness in the 1920s?
The Carnegie Trust.
Correct. Which work did he compose in Reading during a break in the train journey back to his home in Gloucestershire?
Quartet in Gloucestershire.
Puck's Minuet. According to Howells, his concerto for string orchestra was inspired by Vaughan Williams' Tallis Fantasia and also by which work for strings by another English composer?
Pass.
What personal tragedy struck Howells in 1935 and had a significant effect on his subsequent work?
The death of his son, Michael.
Yes. Who wrote the translation from the Salisbury Diurnal entitled Holy is the True Light, which is used in the last movement of Hymnus Paradisi?
Robert Bridges.
No, George Herbert Palmer. For what type of musical ensemble did Howells compose Pageantry and Three Figures?
Brass band.
Correct. Which celebrated statue inspired him to compose his Stabat Mater?
The Pietà.
Yes. Which friend's poetry was a major inspiration to Howells and is used in a number of his works, including the set of songs entitled Peacock Pie?
Walter de la Mare.
Yes. Howells' 1977 fanfare for brass and percussion and organ was designed to lead into which piece of music?
Pass.
During the Second World War, he acted as the organist at St John's College, Cambridge, because which fellow composer was absent on active service?
Robin Orr.
Yes. The Fantasia and the Threnody both derived from which unfinished work, which was strongly influenced by the death of his son?
Cello Concerto.
Yes. What's the full name of Howells' friend who lent him a clavichord, which inspired him to write a work bearing the friend's surname in the title?
Herbert Lambert.
Yes. Howells is believed to have been the first person in the UK to receive which medical treatment after he became seriously ill with Graves' disease?
Radium treatment.
Yes. For which institution did he write a series of sacred works known as Collegium Regale?
King's College, Cambridge.
King's College, Cambridge is correct. You had 2 passes. It was Elgar's arrangement of the national anthem, for which he wrote fanfare, brass and percussion, and the other work that inspired Howells was Elgar's Introduction and Allegro. 2 passes. Peter Dutton, 13 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Anna Torpey.
Your occupation?
Full-time mother.
And your chosen subject?
The television series The Sopranos.
The Sopranos in 2 minutes, starting now. Which actress has received several Golden Globe nominations for her portrayal of Dr. Jennifer Melfi, Tony Soprano's psychiatrist?
Lorraine Bracco.
Correct. What's the name of the exclusive poker game in which Tony's high school friend Davis Catino loses $45,000 to the house and to fellow players, including Frank Sinatra Jr.?
The Executive Poker Game.
Yes. Which garbage disposal company in New Jersey provides Tony with one of his main sources of legitimate income?
Barone Sanitation.
Yes. Why does Christopher kill the Clifton police officer Barry Haydew on the day of his retirement from the force?
Because he killed Christopher's father.
Correct. Which member of Tony's crew has to return to Naples in a hurry after getting too close to the boss's wife, Carmela?
Furio Junta.
Yes. What is the title of the episode in Series 3, which is taken from the area of New Jersey where Paulie and Christopher get lost in the snow while trying to dispose of a Russian money launderer?
Pine Barrens.
Yes. Which group recorded the show's opening theme song, Woke Up This Morning?
A3.
Yes. What gift does Richie April give to Tony, although it causes great offence when Tony gives it away to the maid's husband?
A leather jacket.
Correct. In the episode Down Neck in Series 1, Anthony Jr. is suspended from the Vernon Days School for stealing what?
A paper.
No, altar wine. Which member of the cast won a 2003 Emmy Award for Outstanding Support Actor in a Drama Series for his role as Ralph Cifaretto?
It was Joe Pantoliano.
Yes. What name does Adriana give to the former Lollipop Club in New Jersey, which Christopher gives her to manage?
The Crazy Horse.
Correct. Furio is supposedly brought over from Italy to make what type of food in the Vesuvio Nuovo restaurant before he becomes an enforcer in the Soprano crew?
Mozzarella.
Correct. What's the name of the racehorse that Tony takes a keen interest in with fatal results for its owner?
Pyomite.
Yes. Which actor who in real life has served time in prison for armed robbery plays the part of Paulie Walnuts, a captain in Tony's crew?
Frank Pastore.
No, Tony Sirico. Former mobster Fabian Petrulio is living under what name in the witness protection program when Tony finds and kills him while visiting colleges with his daughter Meadow?
Fred Peters.
Correct. Which of her mother's possessions, I've started so I'll finish, which of her mother's possessions does Janice want back from her former carer Svetlana in return for her prosthetic leg?
It's Livia's record collection.
It is indeed. You had no passes. You have 14 points. And our next contender, please. And your name is?
Damien Land.
Your
I'm a
occupation?
retired procurement manager.
And your specialist subject?
The life of Richard II.
Richard II in 2 minutes, starting now. On the 15th of June 1381, where in London did a meeting take place between Richard II and the rebel Wat Tyler, which resulted in Tyler's death?
Smithfield.
Correct. Which Anglo-Saxon king's coat of arms did Richard combine with the royal arms of England?
Edward the Confessor.
Yes. In the first Parliament of Richard's reign, who protested his loyalty and demanded that those who'd accused him of treason should come forward with evidence?
Sir Simon Burley.
No, John of Gaunt. In 1387, in which town did Richard hold the first of his meetings with his judges, who confirmed that it was the king's prerogative to choose his ministers and that those ministers were responsible to him rather than Parliament?
Shrewsbury.
Correct. Which animal was Richard's personal emblem and was prominently displayed on his livery as well as being depicted on the Wilton diptych?
The White Hart.
Yes. Which earl commanded the English fleet that won a complete victory over the French and captured their wine fleet in March 1387?
The Earl of Salisbury.
The Earl of Arundel. In which town did the official ceremony of marriage between Richard and his second wife Isabella of France take place in 1396?
Boulogne.
Calais. What was the name of Richard's notoriously violent half-brother to whom he granted the title Earl of Huntingdon?
John Holland.
Correct. What name is given to the Parliament of October 1386, at which the King was forced to dismiss his Chancellor Michael de la Pole, the Earl of Suffolk?
The Wonderful Parliament.
Yes. Which veteran minister of Edward III was appointed Chancellor during Richard's reassertion of his sovereignty in 1389?
William of Wickham.
Correct. In 1399, Henry Bolingbroke landed at which Humber port to begin his invasion of England?
Ravenspur.
Yes. Richard's first wife, Anne of Bohemia, attempted to save which royal official from execution by begging on her knees before the Duke of Gloucester?
Sir Simon Burley.
Correct. When the Speaker told the Earl of Arundel that his pardons had been revoked by the King, the Lords and us, the faithful Commons, what was Arundel's reply?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
I'm afraid not, because we're out of time. I'll take it as a pass. I'm going to have to, we are out of time. I shall have to tell you, he answered, where are those faithful Commons? That one passed. Damien Land, 9 points. And our final contender, please. And your name is?
David Wilson,
Your occupation?
artist and translator.
And your chosen subject?
The Chandos novels of Dawnford Yates.
The Chandos novels of Dawnford Yates in 2 minutes starting now. In cost price, Chandos hides millions of pounds worth of gems inside which item in order to smuggle them aboard a yacht?
A parrot's cage.
Correct. What injury does Jonathan Mansell pretend to have as part of his plan to rescue Adele from Rose Noble in perishable goods?
He's fallen from a height onto a terrace.
It's a broken back. In an eye for a tooth, Chandos tells Caroline, Duchess of Warwick, to end any telegram that she sends to Mansell with which 3 words in order to prove that it really is from her?
She has to say something like, all is well.
No, she has to say, love to Jill. What is the occupation of Ramon, who is rescued from a smuggler by Chandos and Hanbury in Fire Below?
A smith.
Yes. Major Grieg, who gets into Hanbury's car by mistake in Blood Royal, belongs to which regiment?
The Black Hussars.
Correct. In She Fell Among Thieves, Esther the maid has been told to put what on Virginia's arm so that her body will be identified as Vanity Fair's after the fire?
Is Vanity Fair's gown.
No, bracelet. The villain Daniel Gedge is known by what nickname to the other thieves in Red in the Morning?
Auntie Emma.
Correct. What's the name of Grand Duchess Leonie's home, which is destroyed by fire in Blood Royal?
Anger.
Yes. By what name is Chandos known when he appears as a strong man with Jasper's troop in Cost Price?
Adam.
No, Monsieur X. In Blind Corner, what does Chandos throw at Rose Noble when they're in the chamber below the dungeon to stop him letting Ellis and Job up the rope ladder?
A tin of fruit.
Tins of food, yes. Which room could be accessed through a trap door at the end of a spiral staircase in the Castle of Gath?
The closet.
Yes, the King's Closet. How had Forecast murdered Shade, the private inquiry agent, in An Eye for a Tooth?
Pushed him under a train.
Yes. When Chandos is arrested and locked in a cell for several hours in Fire Below, he's then charged with maltreating which person?
The Prince Paul.
Yes. What does Chandos use to kill the knife-wielding man he sees in Vanity Fair's, I'll finish the question, he sees in Vanity Fair's private park beyond the Cirque des Morts?
Binoculars.
Binoculars is right. You have no passes. David Wilson, you have 10 points. So that's the first round done and dusted. Let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 9 points, Damien Land. In 3rd place with 10 points, David Wilson. 2nd place with 13 points, Peter Dutton. In the lead just with 14 points, Anna Torpey. So, round 2, general knowledge. If there is a tie at the end of this round, and they're pretty close at the moment, then the number of passes get taken into account. It is often better, therefore, to take an educated guess than to pass. So, let's get on with it and ask Damien Land to join us again, please. And your man was Richard II. Actually, he was a boy when he became king, wasn't he? In, 1377? He was only 10 years old.
He was indeed, yes.
Wasn't he the first to say, "Call me your majesty"?
He was, yes, and he encouraged people to genuflect to him and bow and curtsy.
Well, all that lasted, didn't it? He started something with that. So where did he go wrong for him? He was just too high-handed, was he? High and mighty?
He had too exalted a conception of himself as king, and he eventually offended too many powerful interests and too many powerful lords. And his ultimate undoing was his confiscation of his cousin Henry Bolingbroke's lands. Richard had absented himself in Ireland at this time. And Henry Bolingbroke slipped back in the country, and the nobles and the retainers and their private armies all flocked to his support.
So that was the end of Richard. Right. That was Richard II. You have 9 points. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes, starting now. What's the name of the annual race first run in 1981 between Newcastle and South Shields that claims to be the world's most popular half-marathon?
Gateshead Marathon.
The Great North Run. In Greek mythology, which female monsters had live snakes for hair and were capable of turning people to stone?
The Gorgons.
Yes, who starred as a persistent offender in the 1973 television pilot Prisoner and Escort, which developed into a BBC comedy series?
Ronnie Barker.
Yes, which planet has 11 narrow rings, the first of which were discovered in 1977 by the American astrophysicist James Elliott?
Saturn.
Uranus. Which clergyman created the character Thomas the Tank Engine and first told stories about railway engines to his son Christopher, who was poorly with a bout of measles?
W.S. Audrey.
Yes. Who composed the songs Begin the Beguine and Anything Goes for popular musicals of the 1930s?
Irving Berlin.
Cole Porter. On which building in Langham Place, London, can Eric Gill's 1931 sculpture of Prospero and Ariel be seen?
Pass.
Which foul-smelling chemical element manufactured from seawater has a name that comes from the Greek for stench?
Xenon.
Bromine. In 1983, whose diaries were authenticated by the historian Hugh Trevor Roper but soon proved to be forgeries?
Adolf Hitler.
Yes, with which 1960s rock band was Reg Presley the lead singer?
The Kinks.
The Trogs. Which garden plant, cultivated for its brightly coloured flowers, is named after an 18th century Swedish botanist?
Linnaeus.
Dahlia. What standardized product identification system was first used at a supermarket checkout in Troy, Ohio in 1974?
Barcoding.
Yes. Which semi-aquatic mammal of the South American forest, sometimes called the water pig, is the largest rodent in the world?
Capybara.
Correct. Shelley's elegy, started so I'll finish. Shelley's elegy Adonais was written on hearing of the death of which fellow poet in 1821?
Keats.
Keats it was. You had just one pass. Eric Gill's statue was on Broadcasting House. One pass, Damien Land. You have a total of 16 points. And now David Wilson, please. And a man of many parts, artist, translator, and so on, but used to be a policeman.
25 years, yes.
Now, you paint rather nice paintings of your part of the world, West Wales, amongst other things. But you're also a translator.
Yes.
How many languages do you speak?
Well, I don't speak them all, but I can translate them quite comfortably in about 7 or 8, I think.
How come? I mean, how can you learn so many languages? People
Well, I've always been interested. At primary school, for instance, the teacher used to encourage his pupils to do good handwriting. And in order that they would not be distracted by the meaning of what they were required to copy, he would write onto the blackboard texts in French or German, something like that. And we had to copy them out. And he would give a penny to the one who had the best handwriting. I never won that, but, you know, it did inspire my interest in languages, yes.
Now, what about art? What were you like at school as an artist?
I was dreadful.
Oh, dreadful.
In the secondary school, out of a class of 33, I was 32nd. But later on, I decided that I would like to be an artist, and to do so, I would have to teach myself how to do it, so I did.
Hope for us all. Well, possibly not. Right, you have 10 points. Let's see how you do with general knowledge. 2 minutes, starting now. Which French actress became an international star with the 1956 film And God Created Woman?
Brigitte Bardot?
Yes, in the human body, which word, meaning crown-like, refers to the two arteries that supply the heart muscle with blood?
Coronary.
Yes. Which famous racehorse made his debut over fences in the junior novices hurdle at Cheltenham on the 18th of September 1968 after a short career on the flat?
Red Run?
Yes. What plant, formerly used as a treatment for breast tumours and herpes, was also used as a means of execution? Its most noted victim was Socrates.
Hemlock.
Yes. Which Bavarian city stages an annual music festival principally devoted to the operas of Richard Wagner?
Bayreuth.
Yes. What was C.P. Scott, the former editor of the Manchester Guardian, referring to when he reportedly said, "No good will come of this device. The word is half Greek and half Latin"?
Television.
Yes. Which body merged with the Royal Naval Air Service on the 1st of April 1918 to form the RAF?
The Royal Flying Corps.
Yes. Which fox hunting terriers are named after the clergyman owner of a bitch called Trump, from whom the breed is said to be descended?
Celia.
Jack Russell. King Paul I was the head of state of which European country from 1947 to 1964?
Romania.
Greece. Whom did Odysseus appoint to take charge of his household while he was away? His name is now used for a trusted advisor.
Menelaus.
Mentor. Which brothers topped the UK charts in 1960 with Cathy's Clown?
Righteous.
The Everly Brothers. Which sculptor, who died in 1986, was born the son of a miner in Castleford, Yorkshire in 1898?
Henry Moore.
Correct. Who, prior to George Bush Sr., was the last American president to fail to be re-elected for a second term of office?
Hoover.
Jimmy Carter. The Dutch-born dancer Margaretha Zeller, who was shot as a spy during the First World War, was also known by what name, meaning Eye of the Day in Malay?
Mata Hari.
Mata Hari is correct. You had no passes. You have, David Wilson, a total of 19 points. And now Peter Dutton, please. And you are an organist and choir master.
Yes.
So, where do you do that?
St Peter's Bexhill-on-Sea, East Sussex.
Church music is changing.
But certainly congregational hymns have changed markedly in the last 30 years, very much trying to replicate a sort of popular music sound, really. It's dumbing down, it's an ever-present, I suppose, really.
Ah, dumbing down. What, because it's sort of happy-clappy and all guitars and stuff?
Yes, because it's sort of aimed at people where they might be in their everyday lives, rather than trying to get them to listen to something a bit better.
But wouldn't the word be accessible?
Yes, and I think it's a dreadful word, but yes, that is what people would say, and I don't think we've yet seen the result of this accessibility in massive congregations in the 21st century.
Right, let's see how you do with general knowledge. You have 13 points. The score to beat at the moment is 19. 2 minutes, starting now. Derived from the Old Norse for wand elf, what is the name of the wizard in The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Gandalf.
Yes, sometimes known as the suricate, which small gregarious African mammal is well known for sitting on its hind legs to watch for prey or danger?
Pass.
Which manufactured female pop group came to prominence when they won the television competition Pop Stars The Rivals in 2002?
Girls Aloud.
Yes, who took his 700th test wicket when he dismissed the England opening batsman Andrew Strauss on Boxing Day 2006?
Shane Warne.
Yes, which English city's name is thought to relate to it once being the most northerly of a group of Anglo-Saxon villages, or which is?
Pass.
Carrots are a particularly rich source of which vitamin?
Vitamin B.
A. Which writer and political pamphleteer's works, Common Sense and The American Crisis, were important influences on the American Revolution?
Burke.
Pain. What is the title of the musical that opened in London in May 2002, written by Ben Elton and featuring music by the band Queen?
Pass.
In which century did the dodo become extinct?
The 18th.
17th. Which Scottish actor plays Renton, the drug user who tries to clean up in the film Trainspotting?
Ewan McGregor.
Correct. SIM cards are used in mobile phones. What does the abbreviation SIM stand for?
Pass.
Which mountain region occupying western South Dakota and northeastern Wyoming was the sacred territory of the Western Sioux?
The Rockies.
The Black Hills. Which Russian playwright and short story writer, born in 1860, initially qualified in practice as a doctor?
Chekhov.
Correct. Which British general and governor of the Sudan was killed by the troops of the Mahdi at Khartoum in 1885?
General Gordon.
Correct. In architecture, what name for a block projecting out from a wall that supports a structure above comes from the Old French for crow because of its beak-like shape?
Buttress.
Corbel. Which cult television comedy series starred Craig Charles as Dave Lister, the last human alive?
Pass.
In 1955, Pope Pius XII declared which date, already a holiday in many countries, as the feast day of St. Joseph the Worker?
Pass.
Well, I can tell you it was the 1st of May. Your other passes, that cult television comedy series was Red Dwarf. SIM stands for Subscriber Identity Module. We Will Rock You was the musical that opened in London in May 2002. Norwich is the English city name thought to once be the most northerly. And meerkat is that funny little animal that sits up on its back legs and looks out for danger. 6 passes, Peter Dutton, 19 points. And finally, Anna Torpey, please. And I see that you describe yourself as a full-time mother as
Yes.
opposed to a housewife.
I don't like the term housewife. It just doesn't really imply anything other than that you're married. But my actual job is that I'm a mother. You know, people tend to say, and I'm guilty of saying myself, when people ask me what I do, I say nothing, and then I quickly say, actually, I do quite a lot.
But, I mean, you did at one stage have very high ambitions.
I did. I wanted to be a politician, definitely. But I think that as I've grown older, I've just realised that everybody hates politicians and everybody's horrible to them. And if you are a politician, then at some point in your career, you're going to have to go on the Today programme, and I don't think that I'm strong enough for that.
I rather doubt that, actually. You have 14 points. You've to beat 19 points. Let's see how you do with your general knowledge. Here we go. Which Australian teen idol first topped the UK singles charts in 1989 when he sang Especially for You with Kylie Minogue?
Jason Donovan.
Correct. Which 19th century writer's novel North and South contrasts the values and habits of rural southern England with those of the industrial north?
Elizabeth Gaskell.
Yes. In the human body, what name is given to the flexible bands of tissue that hold bones together at a movable joint?
Tendons.
Ligaments. Which English artist painted Rain, Steam and Speed, the Great Western Railway, which was first exhibited in 1844?
Pass.
Which nomadic pastoral people of Tanzania and Kenya drink blood from the necks of their cattle without killing the animals?
Pass.
In the Old Testament, how is the Decalogue more usually known?
The Ten Commandments.
Yes. Which American, unseeded at the time, defeated Maria Sharapova to win the Australian Open for the third time in 2007?
Venus Williams.
Serena Williams. In which country do the Alawite sect of Shia Muslims principally live, exerting considerable political power there?
Iraq.
Syria. What name is given to the part of a horse's foot between the fetlock and the hoof?
Pass.
Which BBC children's television series, first screened in 1989, was set largely in a Newcastle youth club?
Biker Grove.
Yes. In which ballet with music by Tchaikovsky is Aurora the real name of the title character?
The Nutcracker.
Sleeping Beauty. When asked by a British journalist in 1931 what he thought of Western civilization, who allegedly replied, "I think it would be a good idea."
Pass.
Which county is bordered by Hampshire and Dorset to the south and by Gloucestershire to the north?
Somerset.
Wiltshire. Which cult novel by Patrick Siskind was filmed in 2006 starring Ben Whishaw as Jean-Baptiste Grenouille, an outcast with a superior sense of smell?
Perfume.
Yes. What small, rich sponge cake typically soaked in rum syrup has a name meaning old woman in Polish?
Barber.
Yes. In which American state is Mount St. Helens, which erupted in May 1980?
Washington.
Yes. Which Briton dubbed the Miss, finish the question, dubbed the Miss Jean Brodie of design, established a fashion house under her own name in 1966 that was noted for its sombre colours, including her trademark navy blue?
Is it Mary Quant?
No, it was Jean Muir. You had 4 passes. It was Mahatma Gandhi who said he thought Western civilization would be a rather good idea. That bit of the horse's foot is called the pastern. The Maasai warriors drink the blood from the neck of their cattle, and Turner painted Rain, Steam and Speed. 4 passes. Anna Torpy, 21 points. So that's it. Let's have a look at the scores. In 4th place with 16 points, Damien Land. In joint 2nd place with 19 points apiece, Peter Dutton and David Wilson. In 1st place with 21 points, Anna Torpy. Which means, of course, that Anna Torpy goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to her. Do join us next week for more Masterminds. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. If you'd like to be a contender on Mastermind, then please write to Mastermind, BBC Manchester, Oxford Road, PO Box 27, Manchester M60 1SJ, or log on to our website bbc.co.uk/mastermind.